Huh?
I just saw a man carrying a naked lady.
Well, that's why we're moving to Stepford.
Guys, today I'm going to review The Stepford Wives from 1975. It stars Katharine Ross as Joanna, Paula Prentiss as Bobbie, Peter Masterson as Walter, Nanette Newman as Carol, Tina Lewis as Charmaine, and Patrick O'Neill as Dale. It made $4 million at the box office and runs at 115 minutes, and it had 3 sequels and 1 remake. The sequels are Revenge of the Stepford Wives in 1980, The Stepford Children in 1987, The Stepford Husbands in 1996, and the remake was in 2004. The director is Bryan Forbes, and the screenplay is by William Goldman, and it's based on a novel in 1972 by Ira Levin. And he also wrote the book for Rosemary's Baby. So he's a very good writer, and The Boys from Brazil. There was a lot of tension behind the scenes during the making of this film between the director and the screenplay writer. William Goldman was the screenplay writer, and he was complaining because Bryan Forbes, the director, got his wife in to play one of the characters. And the screenwriter didn't think she had the right look for one of the Stepford wives. So he was complaining about that. Also, he complained because Bryan Forbes rewrote the ending. He toned the horror down a bit. So, Mr. Goldman, about this ending, what about it? Well, it's too bloody violent. I've decided as director I will rewrite it. What the fuck? Also, I've decided to cast my wife in the film. Oh, come on, for fuck's sake. It's my way or the highway, old man. Why, you fucking British Although the film got mixed reviews, I thought it was really good. I've always enjoyed this film. Katharine Ross plays Joanna, and her and her husband and 2 children go to this place called Stepford. The bloody husband was a treacherous bugger. Two-faced bugger. And in this place, the men kill off the wives and get them replaced with these like robot-type wives that look exactly the same. Hey, Phil, you want to get thy wife to Stepford? You know, bloody arguments then. It's never explained how they do it, and it's not even explained if they are robots. Patrick O'Neill plays the character of Dale, and he's kind of like the head one, the main villain. It's his, he used to work at Disneyland, and it's his idea to have the wives replaced with these creatures. Whether the robots or not, I don't know. And when asked how he does it, he doesn't explain, he just says, because we can. So that's quite creepy, not explaining exactly how they do it.
Why?
Why? Because we can. We found a way of doing it, and it's just perfect. And it's perfect for us and perfect for you.
So the film's a lot to do with feminism and women's liberation in the 1970s. A place where women are like bloody robots and they let you do anything you want. Ha ha ha. Book us a fucking ticket. The director wanted to create a thriller by daylight. So during the film's saturated with colour and brightness, and all the scenes are mostly during the day, apart from the final act, the ending. That's at night time during a thunderstorm. So it's a good idea. The film starts like normal. You wouldn't even think it was a horror film to start with. It starts like a normal film. Very slowly, the horror starts to pile up. It's a lot like reading a Stephen King novel. Like a slow burn, it starts normal. but there's something not quite right about it. So I quite like that the horror doesn't start straight away. And because the film has a lot of daylight, the ending, because it's at night, it has a big contrast to most of the film that's set during the day. And it makes the horror all the more scarier, I think. Katharine Ross gives an excellent performance as Joanna. She also gave a good performance in another horror film called The Legacy. So I'll have to have a look at that one sometime. Ira Levin also did Rosemary's Baby. That was a great film as well. They adapted that from one of his novels, and that was excellent. So there's like 2 great horror films that he's done. And both of them films, they seem to have a lot to do with paranoia and about stuff that's happening behind your back, about a group of people ganging up on you. So it happened with Rosemary's Baby because Rosemary was Satanists wanting to get her pregnant. And in this film, there's like all of them in Stepford that are ganging up on Joanna, wanting to get her changed into like one of these robot creatures. The film's also a little bit like a female Wicker Man. Like everyone's ganging up on one person. It's a bit similar like Edward Woodward in the Wicker Man, just the female version of it. The film is a slow burner though. There is some scenes that are a bit slow, and it's also dated a lot. Like the feminism in the 1970s looks a bit silly now compared to like recent times. Joanna's friend Bobbie, she's really funny. She has all the best lines, and it makes it all the more creepier when she gets changed into like a robot. There's a really creepy scene when Joanna stabs her with a knife, like almost just above the womb. It's almost like she's getting penetrated, but the knife doesn't hurt her or anything, so it's almost sure that she's a robot.
No, you look. Joanna.
The film's got a really creepy ending though, when Joanna's trying to find her children in the big mansion that they're using to create robots, or whatever the hell they're doing with them. And she's looking for her kids, and she goes in one of these rooms. She opens the door and she sees herself brushing her hair in a mirror, and then she turns around and she has black holes for where her eyes should be. So like they use black contact lenses. It looks really good. Then she stands up with like something to strangle her with, and that's how the film ends really. There's one final shot where Katharine Ross is shopping, and you can tell she's changed into one of these robot creatures because she has a flowery dress and she's doing shopping. But I thought it was a really effective film. I like the idea of a film where the horror doesn't start straight away. It's like gradual. Little odds and ends happen throughout the film. And I like the idea of the film being brightly lit during the day, and then towards the end of the film it starts to be dark, and that's when the horror starts. So overall I really enjoyed it. I've watched it loads of times. So out of 10 I think I'd give it 9. 9 out of 10. Really good. What did you think, Bones? Did you like it? I thought it was brill, Phil. I hope them woke folk don't watch the bugger. They'll have a dizzy fit. Okay, everybody, bye. See you next time. Bye. Bye.